Hello, it's Christmas! Hi, I'm Nessie and welcome to my channel Sew Stitch Sew Nat. You can find me on Instagram as Sew Stitch Sew Nat with the underscores. I'll put it here. Welcome to my channel, returning viewers and some new subscribers. Today we've got finishes, FFOs, new start, even though I'm trying to get to under 30 by the end of the year. Should be able to do that. Whether I might go to 31 on New Year's Day is another matter completely, but yeah, I should be there. So yeah, Christmas jumper. It is the 2nd of December here in the UK and it's cold. I did my temperature like typography up to the end last Friday. I haven't updated this week, but we're going way to the blues now, so you'll see the update for that next time. Shall we have some finishes? So my first one is the Caravan Pin cushion. That's the back and that's the front, and this was a kit from Cross Stitcher magazine and I haven't bought it up, but I will put it down below. And it came with the fabric, all the floss, needle, pretty sure it came with, they normally do, and the button. This outline here that goes all the way around, it's a good guide for when you're sewing it on the sewing machine. I was a bit worried about constructing this. One side fine, and then it came to the other side. But because you've got this material, you can just move it out of the way as you're going round. Just need to make sure you're not catching it underneath. And I pinned it to do the curves. I've got a little pucker there, but otherwise perfectly happy, love it. So that will go out upstairs. Kind of need some seasonal stuff really, because I've got the sloths and this. And then I did get some very cheap pin cushions for my birthday, which I think if you saw that video was no. But it's one of those things, someone gives it to you, you feel like you can't get rid of it, but at the same time it's tucked away, it's not going to come out, so we'll see. Next finish. This is the scissor fob of the scissor keep, sorry. So this is by Heritage Textiles. It's a UK company. And there's a set of 4 of these. This is the scissor keep. You can see I've added my initials and the year. So I did I think it was a needle case I did last year. So 1 a year, so got another 2 years to go, because there's a bookmark and something else, I can't remember what it is though. So I haven't FFO'd this yet, I'll probably FFO them all together. But I've done this in the same style as the first one, although after having done the Visconia I'll probably do it a different way next time. Next, you can tell I had the sewing machine out last week, so it's been about 3 weeks since my last video, and I apologise if you can hear banging or drilling, not currently though. My neighbour's having their kitchen done, hence why I didn't record last week. Plus I had the overwhelming urge to get this sewing machine out. So this was a finish I already had, so I just decided to FFO it, and it's a hands-on design. Yeah, sorry, it's hands-on design with my needle, the thread, Yeah, that's the full title of the thing. It comes with the oversized needles. It doesn't come with the baker twine, and there's a scissor fob, which is an FFO in progress. I'll show that in a second. But this is what I chose for it. The spotty fabric, it was just off eBay, and the other fabric is a Riley Blake fabric. I think I've written it on in my notes somewhere, so I'll put it down below. I've got a project bag that's made with that as well. So yeah, sorry, they're really loud. So yeah, just the packets just slot inside. So I followed the finishing video and notes. There wasn't actually any interfacing in there, but I think with the cardboard of those, I think it'll be all right. The technique, because this is it's an even weave actually rather than a linear, but the technique of pulling that thread out to use as a stitch line is really helpful. I'd probably use that technique again if I'm finishing something like this again, or another finish. It's really helpful. And then the scissor fob to go with that. You can see I've stitched it. Oops! All fingers and thumbs today. Sorry, I keep bending over in front of the camera as well, so I've just used that fabric. So it just needs assembled. I haven't got the lobster claw, and I need either some, I can't remember what she used, whether it was ribbon, but I've had another thought on that. I've got quite a lot of that red spotty fabric, so I might make a strap from that, with the lobster claw on the other, one end, and then attached inside here. And then just a bow with the little fob that she provides. Sorry, I had to pause there. So this is a little like sewing spool that it comes with, and then that's what it'll look like when it's done. So yeah, I'm just going to adapt it slightly. So that will be a finish at some point. I didn't use the cold for, I think they're overdyed, but I will put my DMC conversion below. I think I did this in 2020, maybe 21. Didn't have, just had worked with what I had basically back then. Another FFO in progress is the donut. I'm hoping it'll round out once I've got the stuffing inside, but so far it's sewn all the way around there. I've just pinned that at the minute. I need to stuff it and sew it, so that will be an FFO for Christmas. So then, sorry, it's a bit choppy today. I'm all over the place. So my Stone Street Stitchworks, this little freebie past, if I can find it, I'll link it below. Quaker heart. I stitched this on a 25 count Lugana ivory cream. I've just done it in the DMC 115, and I've stitched it 1/1. It does take a long time to go through the variations 1/1 on 25, so it's not got that much, well, I don't feel like it's got that much variegation. It doesn't, it's how I've gone around and stitched it. Sorry. And that's going to sit in there. and this was actually a gift a few years ago from my husband for our wedding anniversary, but he didn't put a photo in it, and I thought, I know what I can put on there, which is why it's 1/1, otherwise it wouldn't have fit. So that will be an FFO maybe next time, maybe in the new year. And then the big, I wouldn't quite call it an FFO because it needs laced and properly finished, but I thought I'd just show you quickly because next time when I plan to record, this will be wrapped. So you can see I've not attached it at the back properly yet. So this is Meditation Garden by Joan Hicks Creates. If you want the conversion, it's on my last video, which was Flosstube 17. It's not actually glass. Acrylic. No. It's a plastic. It's good quality plastic. It comes. I'll show you in a second how it comes. So yeah, really happy with that. I did use Sarah's tutorial, Sew Me Sarah, on how to measure this for framing, and went to Frames Express here in the UK, which I didn't actually realise were just down the road from me. They said, sorry, 10 days for framing and making the frame and getting it delivered. I ordered it on the Sunday, it was here on the Wednesday, so you can't argue with that. And I just went for they've got a lot of oak, beech, I can't remember which one this is, furniture in their living room, so I've just gone with that frame. I think originally I was going to go with a dark frame, and then chatted to the other half and he's like, I think a lighter frame. So yeah, all finished, and I will get this ironed. Can't wash it because it's got overdyes in it, and stretched and properly finished. So once I've done that, I'll put a photo on my Instagram. But very happy, and I hope my mother-in-law likes it as much as I like. I have been using it actually, it's been really cold here. Just got a Christmas jumper on today. Another FFO in progress is so I haven't taken the film off this one, is Columbo, or Just One More Thing, by Dandelion on Etsy. I think something went wrong with my measuring, so he's floating a little bit, so I think I might move him down a little bit more and centre him, and do it that way. Yeah, so there's a film on the front and a film on the back, and he can be washed because he's just in DMC. And that is another gift for Christmas. I have another gift for Christmas. I have not brought it up with me, but that also needs a film taking off and stretching. I feel I've got so much to show today. I'm stumbling. Whilst I had the sewing machine out, I did make a project bag. I did not make a pig's ear of it like I did last time, so I will show that one when I get to that whip, and it is big enough for a, I think it's 11, yeah, 11 by 11 Q-snap. Oh, good job. I managed to do a good job on that one. I'm not saying it's perfect, but it was miles better than the other two that I made last time I made some project bags, of which I'm looking at them going, shall I just unpick that and try again, or just chuck it in the bin, because it's one more than the other, but they're both at that point of that's a complete disaster. It's what happens when you don't sew all the time and then you pick up the wrong thing and think, oh yeah, this will be fine, this will work. Disaster. So yeah, hoping to pick the sewing machine up more in 2023 as well. Even if it's just for an hour to do something. Although I got a bit carried away last week and ended up spending the whole day doing different things. Shall we talk whips? I just need to sip. Okay, let's talk whips then. So the first thing I picked up, because it was the 11th of November last time I recorded, was Always Remember by Plum Street. And I can't remember what linen this is, or it's a 32 count light blue. I think it's a Wygart. I'm doing mainly call for threads, but I've actually had an idea. I think I mentioned last time. Oops. So it's got eagles and the American flag on there. That I was thinking about changing some of the things. I have had a few ideas, although I've not looked at the chart to see how it fits together. But red poppies symbolise death within the war, but the blue poppy, purple poppy even, symbolise animals that helped or were injured during the war against the fight. So what I'd like to do is put some of those poppies in. I have picked out a couple of colours. It's definitely purple. My brain's all over the place today. So I've picked up those two sort of muted purples. New start. Could I find it? No. Knew it was in a project. So I went to get another one. They didn't have it, so I ended up with a substitute anyway. Now I have got it, and it's only 66 stitches. We all do that, don't we? At least I know I've not stitched it yet, so I can just nick a thread. So yeah, so that's my plan for that. Whether I change the wording potentially to Lest We Forget, which is what we say here in the UK, and the American flag to a UK flag, I haven't completely well, I think I'll change the flag, I'm not sure about the wording. But I think this is going to go away for now. So I just need to remember next time I pick it out where my thought process was. Next we have What Remains. So much of the brain's just not working today. By Blackbird Designs. I got this when it was exclusive to Traditional Stitches, and I got all the stuff to go with it. And this is where I'm up to. So this is Wheat Skyworks straw. Not a fan. I like the colour, but I'm not a fan of the fabric. It's it's a little bit too soft, if anything. So I've not owned this. So I think last time you saw this, I knew I had to rip out the heart. So that sounds terrible. Because it was one stitch too high. So it's somewhere, I think this is all okay, but somewhere, I think that's off, I think that might be off. I'm not sure if that's off compared with the border, but if it is, it's like one stitch. So yeah, my plan is to continue the border round and down and meet at the bottom, hopefully. And this is part of a Mother's Love sale, so I want to get this finished, definitely finished, if not FFO'd, by the 1st of July next year. So I need to get a march on with this. It's lovely to stitch with the one strand of silk, and they were silks by Fibre Arts to Die For. So they came with like a little oops, thread bling. It's just got the pattern underneath. So yeah, I do like working on this. The plan was to work on it every first of the month, but it's not happening that way at the minute, because I kind of need the daylight to do it. So and I don't get back until it's dark, and I leave when it's just getting light. Plus 2 kids to get ready in the morning, that's not fun. So my plan is to work on that more. I'd like to work on it a bit more over Christmas, but I think it just depends on what stage some of my whips are at. I think I've mentioned before, I want to get to 30 whips by the end of the year or less, because New Year's Day, big plan, I want to start my chatelaine. And I know I said I would record some videos in connection with that. So hopefully I'll do that before I start. I'll show you all the stuff I've got for it. Yeah, so really looking forward to that. I need to get another Q snap, but unfortunately Lakeside are out last time I looked. So we shall see. Next is the Temperature Typography. This is by Stitching Mummy on Etsy. And I've already eyed up which one I want to do next year, which is Christie's Corner Temperature Bookshelf, and she's got a new version out, the 2023 version. I don't know whether I'll get the accessories pack as well. I might see what's in there first, and then if I decide later on to get that, then I can. Although I think Michelle Bendy has created some of her own stuff to stick on the shelves. I don't know if I'm that creative or not, but we'll see. So this is where we're at, and I think that was about 9 or 10 degrees. We went down to 5 the other day. Celsius. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. So yeah, we're heading back into the blues basically. So yeah, that's that. So I've got a week to put on here. I don't do it every day because it's like 10 stitches maybe a little bit more depending on what part of the letter you're on. And then you put it away again, so I tend to do a week at a time. Next one I got out, I started feeling a bit Christmassy. Despite working on the stocking, I think I was getting a bit tired of the stocking, if I was completely honest. So this is Wild Starry Snaps. G is for Gingerbread Man. Can't remember if I got it off Etsy or our own website. And this is where I'm up to. So I've done all of the outline. I need to put his cheeks in, the little white patch that goes across there, and just fill in with Tiger's Eye. This is on a 36 count fabric flare. I can't remember the exact name. And my plan is to do multiple of these. So I've got the button. My ribbon's a bit smaller than that, and then I've just ordered some little black buttons. They've not come yet because Royal Mail are on strike every so often, so hopefully it's not lost, and it's on the way. So want to get this done by the end of the year. This is definitely on the I want it done by the end of the year file. Some of the ones I've got, I'm just not going to get done before the end of the year, but that one's definitely one of them. And then my canny little fox on Etsy, travel case. Oh, this project's a bit too big for it. So I was just trying to unhook this. I bought these on Amazon as well with some stickers. Stickers are separate. Just to organise the threads because it was getting a bit bulky inside, and what I found is, so I think this is meant for like scissor fob maybe, or scissors. I've still got plenty of room, but I can attach it here and just pull out the threads as and when, and tuck it in a pocket. I have got this on Pattern Keeper, I can't remember what percentage I'm at, but it doesn't show all the back stitch, so I've still got the paper pattern in there as well. This isn't iron. I've actually done quite a bit on this, looking at it. So last time you seen it, I'd done these three along here and the lamp. So I've gone up, and that'll say Mrs. Chandler. It's the magazine or like TV subscription thing they've got, that's what it says on there. And we were on a break. I've stitched as well, or it will be once it's finished up here. I think that colour is going in there, and I've got a subtle, it's not so bright today, but a subtle variation in that. I think it's 972, which is like an off-white silvery grey, because I was just trying to use up the odds and ends that I had. So I haven't decided whether to pull it back out, hence why I've not finished stitching that yet. Yep, so really happy with that. Oh, and that's the start of a broom as well. So I think the plan was to take it out and do a motif every time I took it out, and then obviously went slightly off plan with that, and just carried on, because I think I just wanted to switch off and have some mindless stitching, even though I've got other projects that I can do that on. I've still got to finish a dress on Mary Mary Needleworker by Lindy Stitches. That's still in the whip file. Right, sorry, took a little bit of organising. So this was the project bag I made, and I can't remember the fabric line, so apologies. So yeah, so the stars, snowflake patterns on the inside and on here, and then just a Christmas tree, and then a bit of fleece, iron on fleece interfacing inside. Don't know what happens to my zips, but they always go a bit crinkly. But yeah, that fits in 11 by 11 Q snap, so I'm really happy with that. I haven't got a charm on the zipper. I don't think I've got anything Christmassy that I can put on actually. But this is housing the Joan Elliot wizard stocking that I'm doing, and I can't remember the name of it again. I think it's called Santa stocking. It's something really simple when I went looking for it, because it doesn't actually say on there. Apologise for the loose threads, but this is where I'm at. So the plan was to come back to this before I filmed, and I've just not wanted to, even though I want it finished and FFO'd before New Year's Eve. I am running out of time. So I've got the rest of his face to do, the wreathy bit that goes round, the rest of this sleeve, odd bits up here. There is beads to go on, there is gold metallic to go on, like little star, like backstitch stars, and then I also need to do what I'm thinking about what I'm doing for this border up here, because I've stitched in silver and not gold. Everything below that just needs either the metallic or the beads, so the rest of it's stitched in the cotton. So it's nearly there. Just needs that final push. But I think it's when you look at it, you go, I've still got to do that. I've still got to do that. And you think, actually, that's going to take me quite some time to get all that done. I think that's partially what's putting me off. Plus, it's not in Pattern Keeper. And I think one of the threads has been mislabelled. So I'm trying to sort of stitch everything else and then make sure that the thread sits right in the right colour on there. So that is it for my current whips. I have a new start as well, or 2 new starts, but I'm only showing 1 today. And then on my embroidery, oops. So this is a rainbow umbrella. I'll put the details below there on Etsy. I think it's embroidery cart. Let me just take this needle minder off. Oh yeah, it says it down there, yeah, the embroidery cart. Ooh. So I've done, this is great. So I've done the satin stitches in the raindrops, done the, not back stitch, another kind of stitch along here. They're just straight line stitches. I didn't have enough daylight to do those because I was doing it in an evening or late afternoon. It gets dark here early at the minute. So I need to finish those 2 sections and do the not quite back stitch in each of the sections, and the rest of the black, and then I will be done. So it's not got that much to go. It's just learning the last 2 techniques and getting that done. But like I say, I didn't have enough light to do it. But managed to do some of the black and the satin stitches, which are much easier to do. So yeah, that's nearly done too. That's not included in the 32 whips I've got currently. And my new start, I think I've talked about this several times, but I finally started Long Dob Opening Gambit. I am doing this on a white 36 count Edinburgh linen using 1 strand of Cottage Garden Threads ampersand. So I've just started at the top left and just working my way around. So the threads are quite deliberate, so the where you finish is where you start, which I found much more helpful, especially after doing Quaker heart, where I was getting like, well, hang on a minute, where can I use that, because that's that colour and not that colour. So I really enjoyed that. I think I spent about 2 or 3 days on that. I definitely spent some time doing the gridding, not gonna lie, that was a bit of a pain. And that is 1/2. And I've put an order in with Poppy Patch here in the UK to get some more in, so they're going to notify me when that's in. Yeah, Sunny had a moment of, hang on a minute, I've only got 2 packs or skeins. Am I going to have enough to finish these? So then I was thinking, well, I could like try and match the DMC colour to the colours within it and do a couple of motifs as solids. So there is still that plan if all else fails. The other one is a gift for a school teacher who's retiring. I'll pop a picture in here. So I've had this customised. Very happy with the service, easy to repattern, goes into Pattern Keeper, job done. The so there's, I think it's probably about 500 black stitches. I'm already part way through it, so I can't fully remember, but I think I've got about another 360 to go. And then of the other colours, there's about 66 stitches, I think, of each colour, or 69. Very precise. So yeah, very happy with that. I think so plans are Wizard, try and get my Santa finished, the stocking, finish the teacher gift, more important. I've got 2 weeks, and it's the last couple of days I've done about 200 stitches, 200 to 300 stitches per day, which is not a lot, but at least it's only a 2000 stitch pattern, so it will be done. I've just got to FFO it. So struggling a little bit with the FFO because I can't use a 7-inch. I'm not sure what a 6-inch hoop is going to look like, so it might turn into a flat fold. We shall see. I'll take some pictures of it, but I'll cover up the teacher's name. So yeah, looking forward to that. Yeah, it's just haul. So if you're not here for the haul, thank you, and I will see you next time. My plan is to get another one done before Christmas, and then between Christmas and New Year I'll do my whip parade, which will also be my 1-year anniversary. Can't believe that already. And I have less whips than I did last time. I will not be showing the UFOs, unfinished objects, although I've set my goal of trying to get one finished next year, just to bring down the pile. Those that are achievable, just get it finished. I've got 3 in that category at least. I can't remember where the other ones are at, but yeah, there's 3 that are just need that final push to get finished. So yeah, haul. So my fabric came in from Lakeside. I have seen this month's, but I've not received it yet. I don't think I've paid for it yet. She's not sent the invoice. And I get a 32 and a 36 count even weave. These are fabric flares, and this one's called Emerald. It's weird, that's coming out more strikingly limey coloured, and that's coming out a bit more pastel-y coloured, but in real life that is more greener, but not that much more greener. So this is the 36 count and that's the 32 count. Like I say, Emerald. And I've been watching Michael, not Starlight, it's gone, I'll have to put the name on. I've been watching some of his old videos, and he's got a tree frog pattern, and I keep looking at his screen going, yeah, that'll look really good. But I've also got a dimensions kit, which is 3 frogs rather than a stack of frogs. Might be some plans brewing there. And then the threads came in, just open them up. So these are the classic colourwork threads. So we're on to L now. So the colours this month, well I say this month, November's, because we're now on the 2nd of December. I've paid for this month but it's not come yet. So The ready one you can see is called Ladybug, and then Lemon and Lime's got quite a lot of variegation in it, and Key Largo, there's this bluey greeny one, whoop, as I try to escape. But yeah, still really enjoying this club. Hope to make more use of that moving forward. I just tend to pick the patterns that I want a bit more variegation in, like Lindy Stitches. She tends to, she'll have a couple of over-dyed and the rest will be DMC, but the impact that that over-dye brings is fantastic. Like Mary Mayer in Needleworker, that sea foam dress, that's the thing that caught my eye. It takes a lot of sea foam and a lot of stitching. I'm really going to enjoy it when it's done. So yeah, I think that's one of the ones I don't think I'll get it finished this year. I'd like to get it finished next year though. I didn't show last time, I got the bits. I got the bits to do, turn some pins into needle minders. So just the E6000 glue, the fine file, words, and the clippers just to clip the pin off the back. So yeah, I've watched a few videos on that, not recently. I just didn't show these last time. And then I've got an order into Plush Addicts here in the UK. So got some elastic, and that is for making like little pencil cases that go on like basically A5, which is that size, which I think is not quite half of a legal letter in America. And then some bias binding for trimming, some Velcro ready for my Tiger Lily project case, some stiff interfacing which I meant to get iron on, and the red velvet is attacking it, and realised I got sewing, so I will see on that one. So I got two different red velvets, but I think the one I got a bigger cut off is the one I'm probably going to use. Ooh, that's coming out way more orange, I would say. No, I can't get them to show true to colour. So one's like a, it's definitely not that bright, like a Christmas red, and the other one's more of a winey colour, but like a deep red, but I wouldn't quite say burgundy. Oh, there you go. It's going a bit, still not quite. No, that's not working. And then for the lining, I have snowflakes or snowflakes. So I've got silver snowflakes on white, or like a white and grey. Don't know how well. Oh yeah, there you go. Kind of picking it up. I've got those for the inside. So the Make a Mower snowflakes, or essential snowflakes, is the more whitey one of the two, and the other one I think is also a Make a Mower as well. Oh, that's essential snowflakes as well, so they're both in the same line, but that's the silvery one. There are other ones in that line as well. So like I say, they'll be the inside of the stockings, and the red will be on the outside. I've decided not to do a velvet trim. Not quite sure what I'm doing about the hook yet. whether I'm going to try and make some braid or make a tap. Or make a tap. So I finished my stocking. I haven't done anything with it since it got finished. Trying to finish the other half stocking, and the kids' stockings I have previously finished, but they need refinishing because, pardon me, sorry, I didn't interface and I didn't line, so I think they need taking apart carefully, especially one of them because I cut it too close to the stitched area. So I'm hoping I can rescue it with the interfacing. They've both got beads. I think they've both got beads on. One's definitely got beads on. So yeah, whether I will get that done before Christmas, I'm not sure, because I think we're going to cut it fine now. But whether I can definitely get, I think I can get mine and the other halves done before Christmas. So at least then we've got a stocking. Everyone's got a stocking then. And I am rambling. In terms of life, same old, same old. My dad hates it when I say that. So we've got the school Christmas fair this afternoon, and my youngest has done an Advent service at the church. My oldest will be doing a carol concert at the school. Works Christmas parties booked. In-laws are coming week before Christmas, which will be the Friday I would think about recording, so we'll see how that one goes. If not, I might have to try and sneak away on the... When do I finish? I finish on the Wednesday before Christmas. The other half's off though. So my plan is to try and get another normal Flosstube in. And like I say, the whip parade in between Christmas and New Year. I don't know if it'll be exactly on the day that I did it last year though. I think it was something like the 27th, 28th, I can't remember. So yeah, hopefully you'll join me for that, and hopefully I will have 30 whips and some finishes and potentially a new start. Won't be the chatelaine at that point, or the temperature one. We shall see. I might just do the new starts that I'm thinking of in 2023. I am very tempted by Modern Folk Embroidery sale next year. It's a big commitment because I know those blocks are going to be big, so I've seen the other ones get stitched up. I love the colourway. I'm not sure if I'll change the centre motif or not, although I think I'd have to change it to DMC, the colour, so I need to figure that one out. But yes, very tempted, not pre-ordered. So I have three, that's three, potentially four actually, because I've got another one. So there's the chatelaine, the temperature shelf, MFE salve, I decided to do that, and my other half stocking will get replaced by a Terra Pratchett pattern that I need to finish kitting up. Yeah, that's four. So ideally I'd like to finish 4 things, so that will then, or 5 things, that will bring me 6 things, because that will bring me down to 30, and then over the course of 2023 drop that down to 25. Stitchy goals. I am not, I might do monogamy, not sure. See, that's the one that's like, I don't want to start all the things, but at the same time I don't think I can stitch the same thing for a whole month, so we shall see. Although if I start the MFE sale, maybe that'll be that. And I want to do the Steel City Stitches. This is turning into a plans video, isn't it? I will talk more plans next time, but I would like to do the March Madness or March Mayhem next year, and I think I will only do the four new starts for that, and keep them small as well, so probably some mill hills in there, which I'm itching to get started after seeing the latest new one on, I think it's Janet Jabber's Flosstube, which is a snowman in a cup. Yeah, right on my screen. So yeah, I am rambling, so I will say thank you. If you like what you see, like and subscribe, and wishing you all a Merry Christmas if all else fails and I'm not back before Christmas. I hope you enjoy the holidays, and I will see you next time. Thank you, bye for now.